1804 Diddy, aka Diddy Man, aka Diddy, aka the Living God, aka Mr. 1804, the Pretty Zoe. You know what I mean? That's the character. But me, you know what I mean? I'm goddamn Diddy or Fadel, whoever, you know what I mean? Y'all know from around Highland Park, you know what I mean? I got a little clothing line I mess with, you know what I mean? The Union Feel Force. That means unity is power, you know what I mean? My daddy Haitian, so yeah, that's what that's about. Um, Speaking of my daddy owned a business, my mama owned a business, so I just kind of, you know what I mean? I'm on that same little road, and I work for them and I work with them. So that's who I am, you know what I mean? Take care of my kids first, you know what I mean? I'm a man first, and that's it, man. You know what I mean? Yes, sir.
That's real. That's real. So look, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna kick off the first question and shit. uh, I was getting ready to say it's gonna be like the question that's gonna be like the subtitle or whatever. But the question is, what is a man's job in the household? What does that entail in 2021? What is the man's job in the household? What does that entail in 2021? I'm gonna let you start with it.
A man's job in the household. Let me know can you hear me first. You hear me?
Yeah, I heard you.
A man's job in the household, especially deal with family, is to be the provider, the protector. He gotta be the man to make sure everything is secure. You know, as far as finance, you know, as far as just everything in general. You know what I mean? He gotta be to make sure to have everything organized. He gotta be the problem solver in the house. You know what I mean? Um, I don't know. He's just that to make sure everything to run smooth. You gotta be the logical thinker. You know, and because
Oh, yeah.
the woman gonna be looking up to him for that be to be able to do these things, to problem solve, to be logical thinker, to be that person that help
Sorry, yeah.
guide the family. So that's why I think the man should be.
I see his thing fuzzing out a little bit, so I'm gonna piggyback off that. Then I'm gonna let Diddy seal the deal with what he think, and then we can go into our. Uh, so I think with a man, you can hear me, Diddy.
Yeah, I can hear you clear.
Oh, all right.
Sorry.
So I think basically everything that he said, but to add on to it, I think the dude gotta be the real head, the one when everything's shaky, the one that everybody can trust that's gonna level everything. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm going off of what I assume because you know what I'm saying. I don't know my pop, so I ain't really like grow up learning how a dude's supposed to. I just think if I had a pop, I'd probably think as a little nigga, yeah, nobody could beat dad or nothing could beat dad. You know what I'm saying? So I just think that that's probably like every little kid or every wife or every girl, like, you know, dream or, yeah, they'll dream of how they see shit and they more so want to lean to and trust. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't gonna be long winded with it. I'll let Diddy jump in because I get back away.
Basically, what you were saying was, it's the dad job to be the superhero. You feel what I'm saying? It's the
Yeah.
dad job to show the whole household that dreams can be accomplished. It's the
Uh-huh.
daddy job to chase his dream, because if the daddy ain't chasing his dream, then nobody else ain't gonna know I should chase mine. You know what I mean? And that's why you definitely got to have a woman that's allowance of a man to chase his dreams and to do what he need to do. But you know what I mean? But that was to piggyback off you. But yeah, a man's job, of course, is to provide, protect, like bro said, you know what I mean, the first. But yeah, so I basically agree with everything y'all said. But to piggyback off what you were saying, you was basically saying to be that superhero figure to let everybody know that nigga impossible is possible. You know what I mean? And now in 2021, I feel like, you know, a man's job, it's always been the same, but it's a little bit more difficult. But it's to be that balance. You know what I mean? Like, everybody don't want somebody that's all naggy in their ear. But when it's time for me to put my foot down, or it's time for me to show you something that all right, nigga, you need to do this or do that. I ain't gonna be whining. I ain't gonna be all in your ear saying it all this 100 times. It's gonna be that, or your ass gonna have to get the fuck out or get punched in your chest. You know what I mean? That's when they get a certain age. But yeah, I feel like, you know what I mean, a dad or a man's job is to, you know what I mean, lay that structure down. You know what I mean? One thing he was saying, organized, but I ain't gonna lie, me and I know a lot of men I do know, you know what I mean? I know probably not Mike, you know what I mean, because you did do some time, so you probably a little bit more organized than me, but I ain't too organized. My girl kind of be helping me with that, you know what I mean? So, yeah, but other than that, I agree with everything y'all said, you know what I mean?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Man, you
I'm
wanna
gonna add to that real quick. I'm gonna add to that, then I'll see my question. I would say this because everybody's depending on the man, you know what I mean? Especially the children, especially if you have a daughter, you know, she's looking up the man and the son looking up to the man, how he responds in pressure situations. So
Right.
even as a man under pressure, you gotta be able to still be able to problem solve, get through these situations. You can't fold because everybody depends on you to be that solid rock. You know what I mean? And if you fold, the whole house fold. You know what I mean? And so that's why it's so important for a man to be strong and be able to endure through those tough times because everybody's watching.
right.
And you want to say, ask my question?
Yeah, that's
So my question is, if you can go back in time and you could talk to your 16-year-old self, what would you tell them, you know, about life? You know what I mean? And I started off first. If I go back in time and I can meet my 16-year-old self, I would tell him, man, do not live in fear, man. I think that's one of the biggest things that can hold somebody back and to help me back in the past is doing things or not doing things out of fear. The fear of failure. You know what I mean? Sometimes the fear of success. You know what I mean? And when you do that, man, and then it's almost like, man, you don't ever get a chance to see out the other side. You know you have all, or you may feel like you have all the attributes to get this job done or get this task done, but it's just that fear, and you never want to go past that. And I look back over my life, there's so many things I could have got done at a sooner time, but I let that fear stop me. You know, if I let that fear make me procrastinate, you know, what if this don't work out? What if that don't work out? You know, things like that, man. And if I would go back in time, tell myself, man, don't live in fear. Do it. To realize if you fail, that don't mean you're a failure. That just means that you made that you learned from it. You got educated. It ain't a mistake. You just learn from this and you got so much knowledge from this one thing. So now you know. You know what I mean? It was just, I'll never forget, man. I started a window cleaning business in the first restaurant that I had got a contract or had a sale for. You know, I went out there, man, and it took me 3 hours, and I didn't do. You know, I felt like I didn't do a good job, man. You know what I mean? And I didn't know it was my first job I ever did, and I didn't know that it was 2 different type of glass. You know what I mean? But going through that experience, I found out, hold up, man, this type of glass, that type of glass, and I had the knowledge. So when I went back out there and got other contracts, I knew how to clean both of the mirrors, different types. So I'll say all this, say that you learn from your mistakes, and the only time that you fail is when you quit. You know, and that's how life is. So if I go back in time, I tell myself, man, no matter how tough it may seem, go through it, get through it, because it get better on the other side.
And I would interject to say that you gotta try to fail. That's why failure is okay. Because if you don't even try, you can't fail or succeed. You know what I mean? That's like I can sit on this fucking couch and not even try to get up. Or I can at least try to get up. I might fall, but at least it take you to at least to attempt to do something to fail. You see what I'm saying? So yeah, but the original question was if we can go back to our 16-year-old self, what would we tell ourselves, right? You gonna roll with it, Mike, or you want me to just go ahead and go?
You can rock, and
yeah. I would tell myself that was a good thing that he said too. I would kind of tell myself that too, but I would also tell myself, have some patience, because for some reason in my head, I felt like I had to be rich at 17 years old. You see what I'm saying? And ever since I wasn't a millionaire at 18, I felt like a failure, so that kind of ate me up. And I kept kind of say, I'm old, I'm old. For some reason, I felt old as hell at like 18, like I was unsuccessful because I won a millionaire at 18. But I don't know, it's just maybe how we was raised, Mike, or what, bro. But you know what I'm saying? I just like for some reason when we was younger, we knew we was them niggas, bro. You feel what I'm saying? We really felt like I don't know. I just always felt like I had to be the one to take care of my mama and my whole family. You know what I mean? My grandma, everybody. And I'm the youngest, bro. You feel what I'm saying? So, but yeah, that's what I would tell myself. Have some patience, bro. You ain't a failure because you ain't a millionaire and you only 18. A lot of successful Americans, they ain't successful till they get in their 40s, 50s. You know what I mean? Some of the billionaire niggas. So I would tell myself, bro, just be patient. You know what I mean? And the more time that you got before you shoot off, that's the most shit you get to take with you. You know what I mean? So yeah.
Right. See, before I answer that, I'm a piggyback off what you said, right? And you know when you was like you had to be a millionaire by a certain age. I'm gonna tell you word for word what I said to a nigga, bro. I was in the system and I was young. You know what I'm saying? And I agree with the patience because I feel like we think life is so short because we see death happen so fast. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So we don't see past a certain age. We feel like it's got to be done by this time or I'm going to be like that. You know what I'm saying? So boom, I'm in the system and I told a nigga, I had a bunch of ideas, bro. I was constantly writing down ideas. Yeah, I could do this. Oh, yeah, I could do that. Oh, yeah, I could do this too. You know what I'm saying? So goddamn, give me 1 second. So I'm like, yeah, I could do this, I could do that. And I told a nigga that I fucked with dumb hard. You know what I'm saying? I kick it with that nigga down there every day. You know what I'm saying? Shout out, this is my dog, Teddy the businessman. I'm gonna jump you in, let you introduce yourself. Give me 1 second, I'm gonna finish this so I don't forget what I was ready to say. So I'm kicking with my dog and I tell him, I say, he tell me about all the people that he done ran into because he was doing a little number, a nice little number. You know what I'm saying? So he telling me all the niggas he done ran into that they came back and this, that, and the third. You know what I'm saying? How many times he done seen him while he on one joint? And I had told him, I said, hey, bro, hey, look, when I drop, what you got, like 4? You got like 4, 5 behind me? Hey, bro, if I ain't put 100 up, every year, and if I ain't got 4, by the time you come home, if I ain't sitting on 4, the nigga don't even fuck with me. I'm in the way. You know what I'm saying? And I was tripping. I ain't know I was tripping. You know what I'm saying? But sitting in that in that box in my own head, looking at math, not weighing in reality, just doing the math. Like, yeah, if a nigga just do this and shit, you ain't weighing out, yeah, bro. But if you got a car and the car break down, you gotta add this and get this. You're not weighing out reality. You're just saying, shit, bro. All a nigga gotta do is this. I know how to do this. If I do this and this, shit, you know what I'm saying? Right. But before I jump in and answer the question, I'm gonna let Teddy introduce himself. You know what I'm saying?
Already.
Like, what's going on? Hey, yeah. This Teddy the businessman with perfect landscaping. I'm just tuning in, listening to y'all, see what y'all got going on, man. Just catching the vibe. Yeah, y'all hit me up on my page for the business go with landscape. That's what I do. Training, workout, cane corso business. I breed the dog. You know what I'm saying? So just hit me up. Everything on my page when it comes down to that. Know what we talking about though, bro? What we talking about?
All right, so my little brother, he jumped out. He gonna probably come back in, you know what I'm saying? But he asked the question, if you could go back to your 16-year-old self, what would you tell him? So I'm gonna answer it. Then I'm gonna let you jump in and answer.
Okay.
Or if you in a rush for time, you can go ahead, because I ain't gonna forget what I'd have told myself. You can go ahead. I'm gonna go ahead after you the guest.
No, I'm listening. You say, hold on. I want to hear the question again. You say it one more time.
If you could go back to your 16-year-old self. And before I get into that, I'm gonna say this. Like, me and Diddy, we grew up together. We've been knowing each other since like school, like middle school type school. You know what I'm saying? I met Teddy locked up, you know what I'm saying? Bro from Tidewater, and we started rocking. Bro had a little time left after I was getting ready to drop, but I seen he came home and got on this shit, business on this shit, you know what I'm saying? And that's what made me keep in touch and want to keep talking. There's some niggas that that reach out, and I talk to him here and there, but, you know, I fuck with bro because I feel like he took what happened before and he utilized that shit to his advantage, and he thinking like a bot, you know what I'm saying? So that's what make me, you know what I'm saying? So, but I'm gonna let you answer that question. I just wanted to put that out there first.
If I could go back to my what, 6-year-old self?
16-year-old self. He said 6.
Oh,
we have been winning.
6, man. Shit, I did a lot different. But 16, shit, I done did a lot different at 16 too, bro. You know, we said we jumped off the porch. Jumping off the porch would have been totally different at 16 if I knew what I knew now.
Right.
Versus jumping on, you know what I'm saying, green to what I was jumping into and how I was jumping to it, right?
Right.
Knowing what I know now, I would have jumped out there and deal with life differently. Jumping out there at 16 years old, I attack things with a smarter mindset because as we get older, we get wiser, bro. You know that.
Right.
And I look at it like I try to take a lesson out of every loss. So if I'm 16 and I can take all the lessons I done learned at this age and apply them to when I'm 16, oh shoot, I'm a walking boss at 16, bro.
That's real. I would say if I could go back to my 16-year-old self, bro, I probably would tell myself that everything you think is real is fake. You know what I'm saying? I probably would tell myself everything you believe is a lie.
See that's
you know what I'm saying?
Bro.
That would have been probably a hard hit for your 16-year-old self, though. That wasn't deep enough. You know what I mean? You would have.
See, boom. The reason I say it that way, right, is because a lot of, if not everything I did, was off of what I believe. You know what I'm saying? Like.
Hey, but I feel, bro, because that's a lot to take in when you're only 16, bro. You got to think, you looking at the music.
See, but to be a 16-year-old boss gonna take, you know what I'm saying?
No,
but it's all doable. It's all very doable. You get what I'm saying? I just think if I would have been able to have a heart-to-heart with myself, like, and granted, the reason why I don't think it would have been so harder for me to digest, because I only listen to niggas that I respected. You know what I'm saying? If I thought you was a hoe, or I thought you won't cut like that, then it ain't matter how positive or what you was telling me, you won't get nowhere. You know what I'm saying? Right. So like I would have took it like the advice is coming from a scared nigga. He's scared anyway. I ain't trying to hear what you gotta tell me. You know what I'm saying? But if I know the nigga that's coming to me to talk to me is me at this age, you know what I'm saying? Then I would have been able to digest that shit a whole lot easier. You know what I'm saying? Now I'm not saying I would have got it all right, but granted, knowing it gives me the knowledge to be able to know that shit, at least I would have shaved at least half of the fuckery off. You know what I'm saying? Like half of the bullshit would have got shaved off. So maybe I wouldn't be 31. I'd be 25, 26. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm looking at it like, all right, boom. If I knew that everything